Hello everybody, it's Linda and welcome back to my station YouTube channel, and I am doing my third video on a special collection that I did. And I had revisited my Nick the Booksmith class that I had taken when she first came out with her classes, but her very first class. I thoroughly enjoy her and her classes, and so I sat down and I knew that I wanted to do 3 journals in a collection, and so that's what I did. I worked on all 3 at a time, and as y'all know, I took 2 months or so out 2 months ago, over a month ago, so that's a total of 3 months now, away from doing journals and doing any videoing. So these were done before that I had to take that time off, and I really miss being with you guys, and I'm just now getting back where I can do more sharing and more YouTube videos with you, and so I'm really happy that all that other is in the past. So this is my third one, and she's special collection number 3, and she is I got carried away in this one. The other 2 are 188 pages. They were 188. I meant this one to be 188, but no, she got all the way up to 264. So but she is a 6x9. She is a hardcover. Let me take this off where you can see this is some beautiful sari silk ribbon here, but look how gorgeous. And this is Flora Mirage papers right here on the cover. She is covered with like I said, a heavy hardboard wood cover with this cotton heavy canvas. You can see and you can feel that it's canvas, and then I painted it, and then I distressed it, and then I have collaged over all of that. And then she has this beautiful copper frilly book corners, and this is copper that I have stamped on this navy blue cardstock. And then, like I said, this is Flora Mirage, and then more navy blue cardstock, and then this beautiful azalea. Is that azalea? Is that no? What is hydrangea? Hydrangea. And then this copper medallion here. And then on the spine, she's got a 3-inch spine, I think, or almost a 3-inch spine. And then I did the ridges, 5 ridges, and then on the back and here's her book copper, and then I have this copper embossing on the back, and then a wood frame that is framing the little, what are those, sweet peas? I am not a botanist or know very much about flowers at all, so please excuse me, and if I'm wrong, just accept that I do not know. I know a rose, I know, the basic stuff, but mainly copper was what I was going for on this cover. And this is embossed art is. You're not going to be able to read it, but it's a beautiful script, and it's a poem that says what art is. I mean, art comes from the soul, and it's always a poem that I like to use, and it's my favorite poem ever. And so let me put this away, and then you can see how sari silk just keeps peeling. So she is a blue, a very aged blue. Underneath the canvas, I painted a dark blue, a navy blue, and then I aged it with some creams and whites and in different things of dry brushing. She is a beautiful cover though. So, oh yeah. And then here is the top. See, this is why she ended up being 264 pages. She's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 signatures. And you can see I have the blue canvas. Here is what it looked like before I painted it and aged it. And then I have the muslin, no, it's not muslin, it's cheesecloth underneath that to protect that spine. And then you can see all my sewing I did in blue thread. And then some sari silk is stuck up here. It's going to be on some tags. And then here on the side is absolutely gorgeous lace. Look at, I mean, it is perfect sized lace. And then you have some tags, I mean some tabs also that are like a china blue, and they're numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I mean, it's really a very exquisite. And then amongst the lace, you're going to see that you have white rickrack in there. But the lace, I thought, was just beautiful. Like, it's just, I don't know, it was very special to me. And you have a lot of sewing going on. And then now at the end, like I said, I couldn't stop with this one. I don't know, it happens sometimes. I used some of my boho beading. I just thought that it would be beautiful coming down on all that lace that's coming out of here also. I don't know what got into me, but like I said, I did this. This journal was made maybe first part of November or something. All 3 of these were. So let's take a look inside. And this is for more of Farmerage paper, which you just got to love her paper. And you can see that the let me see if I can get it up in there. Yep, the canvas comes, I covered everything inside with canvas and then laid another strip here, but you can see this is much smaller than what I usually do. And then you have this beautiful and I had ordered this a couple of years ago whenever I was doing some boho journals from India, from this company in India, and they're just beautiful. I mean, the beading is very exquisite. And then I had and you're going to see a lot of blues, different shades of blues. That's what this whole journal is about, is different shades of blue. So if you like a blue, this is the journal for you. Blue and lace. And then I had ordered this off of eBay. I think this is like 4 inches or something. And then I did a little cutout of one of Farmerage's flowers, and a little stamping and sewing. And then here's that lace on the very front page. And this is cardstock, sewn in the blue all the way around. And then look at that. Is that not gorgeous? That blue. I mean, that just jumps out at you. Love, love, love this page. And then I did some digital stamping, border likewise. And then I did some embossing, a little bit of embossing here in the copper. And that was the point of this color here. The copper and the blue goes along with the whole theme. And then here's your number 1 tag, which reminds me of a china blue, like a blue china that like my mother might have had. Wait a minute, I skipped all those pages, didn't I? Yep, got that one. And then this one. You can journal in there. Celebrate your day. Number 1. Nice heavy cardstock. And then over here on the tea dyed paper is one of Farmer Raj's papers that I have just cut out, torn out really, hand torn, and clipped on. Let me get that off of there. Clipped on here for you, and I love these little colored clips. I'm almost out, so that'll be it with them. I've got some other fancy ones. And then this is just a little tab here. And then this is actually some of my digital printing on blue copy paper done. And then the white rickrack. Stamping, a little blue stamp. A tag that's been edged in blue sari silk. A little. And it just fits right in there. A little corner stamp. A little fussy cutting. Another one of those blue pages. Look at that. And then a little pocket, a big pocket here, I'm sorry. And you've got some of Tracy Fox's tags here. And this is some really 110-pound cardstock. And I folded up a ballerina page that has all this collaging going on. And then made a copy. And then just folded it up for a nice... It's a nice weight for you to work with. And then just put it back in there. Trimmed that lace on that pocket. That other gorgeous blue. Look at that butterfly. Fussy cutted and washi tape. Another little tag. Stamping. Pocket. Another stamp, digital stamp. This is also a digital stamp. This is one of the designs from my Graphic Fairy memberships. Tag. And here I put down this piece of this mesh lace, I don't know what you call that, and then some of the Farmer Raj's cutouts. And you can see this is some of my digital stamping here, along with that. More fabric in the belly band, the little tuck spot here and here. I just didn't want to cover up the fabric and the way that this comes out. This is what is holding. See, it wraps all the way around this first signature. Then here is another different blue, and you can see the deep blue coming from the spine. Tab, and like I said, all of the sewing threads are left, and then a little glued thing on that tag. And then we get into one of the digital pages that I did on a watercolor, not watercolor, sorry, tea stain paper. But it's like a butcher white paper, and then I colored it with some metallic paint. Give you a different effect there. This is either Handmade or Tracy Fox collage paper. of my digital printing. A very old music page. This is the original. I mean, this is the color of it. That's how old it is. Comes out of one of my old, that I copied it off of one of my old sheets that I had back in the 1950s when I first started. My mother started me playing piano when I was 3 years old. It's ridiculous, but that's the way it goes. So I got a little collaging here, a little digital printing there, and this gorgeous lace. And this is got this digital off of Pinterest. A photographer goes all over the United States and photographs demolishing or rotting or forgotten buildings, and that's what this was. And the seat that's sitting out there. I could look at this for a long time and see different things every time I look into that picture. It's like looking into that house's soul or something. These pockets are so pretty. And then here's your big pocket, and on the back you have this gorgeous sunflower. You have some sewing, and you have some white rickrack. And inside you have another letter, and this one's going to be a blue face letter with a little musical theme going on, the treble sign and everything. And I did this on some real heavy photograph paper that you can either tear up or collage all over it, paint on it. When I say tear up, I tear up to do collages with and things like that. And then some more cardstock. And here's another one of the other side of that demolished building. This is hard for me to, let me see, get my hands going. And you know, every time you see these like that, that's digital. And most of these came off of Pinterest photographs that I downloaded and then would go into Publisher and digitally print them somewhere on the page that I wanted them. And this is just a real pretty little envelope that just hangs off this blue page. How do you like all this blue? All these different shades of blue. Well, I don't know. I don't think this one's coming out, guys. I'll have to work on that later or leave it alone. Sometimes I'm in such a hurry, I do my pockets and then I stick things in there too soon and they get glued in forever. And sewing, sewing, sewing. I did a lot of sewing in this one. I just couldn't stop myself with this one. Another pretty digital print. Another one, a chandelier, an old candle holder, candlestick holder. Bird's nest. Piece of that fabric that's hanging all over this one. And a little pocket on the back. The little card. And let's see what we got in here this time. We got, oh, those are my dogs, my French bulldogs, and they are copied on a dictionary paper. Again, photo paper. Fussy cut it at the top, sewn on the sides. See? and then they're fussy cutted there. Number 3 tab. There's just so much to see in here. I don't know. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? And then we have this pocket, and we have a tag that has a pocket. And this is one of my hand-painted journaling cards that I had left over. Blue washi. This is on my favorite paper that I have now run out of, that I used a lot in 2019. That blue is just so pretty. This is a piece of old wallpaper border advertisement that I took off of the internet and made it a digital border. And then this is a Farmerage page. You know, most of her pages are 5x7s or 5x8s. And then it was just fussy cut it around. Another wallpaper border. Then I did a saying on this one. I did a digital stamping. Whisper a wish to a butterfly and it will fly up to heaven and make it come true. Thought that was really sweet. Another digital. This is the same photographer that does the demolishing or the decaying buildings, and this is one of the doors on one of his buildings, and I was so captured by the looks of it. And the handle is way down here, but the door was huge, tall, and then you have these locks on them. It was just, his photographs are so special, and I wish I would have remembered his name whenever I was going through and doing his art, where I could pay him homage to what he does. He does his own art shows with them. Ah, isn't she sweet? Isn't that a nice one to have? Yeah. When I first started journaling, my first journals were characters like that was my theme. Before I went to the, you know, the flowers and everything else that I'm doing. I think I might have to do one. I was really into faces and things like that at that time. I think this just goes, I don't know. I'm going to put it right here. Okay, we're on tab number, no number, it's just a blue china tab. Yellow. Nothing is prettier than blue and yellow. And look at him. Got him off of Pinterest too. And that. More vintage wallpaper border. More Farmerages things all the way through here. You know, it's just, and I did a, oh, don't tell me I've glued that in there too. I don't know. I'm going to have to work on that. A different sewing, what do you call it, seam, all the way around. was blue thread. Wallpaper border. This is out of one of my books, but I don't know. I copied it, or I didn't have to tear it up. An old breakfast tea ad that I picked up off of Pinterest. Same. This is really pretty. This is an old fan, an outside fan that photographer took, and it's all metal and it was all rusty, and so I made a whole page out of that one. Number 5, we're getting there. Let's see what we got here this time. You got music. I don't know what this is supposed to be, but you got some music. And a little flower there. This looks like a little windowsill pot, doesn't it? The way that it was cut like that with the fussy cutting. You got some of that blue fabric that's protecting the spine there with some little bit of lace, and one of Farmer Raj's more digital printing. A bird. And here's the other side of that page that I copied out of one of my books. Okay, this is it. See, the first two, the number 1 signature and the number 6 signature was wrapped into that fabric where it could hang out a little bit. Washi tape, blue. You see what I mean now? This is, if you're into blue, this is it. You're not gonna get any more blue than these, with all of the special treatments in it. That's a beautiful stamp, digital stamp. And here's my little owl again, and a little pocket, and a tree, a winter tree. It looks like it's all iced. And you're going to have a Farmer Raj page there. And here's the pocket with the beautiful fabric. Okay, this is a dictionary page with a little dancer and a hand. I wanted to say a compass, but what are these called? We used them in school all the time. If you can remember, please write down there, comment what that is. I wanted to say compass, but I don't think that's right. And a ticket. Stamping. And some monuments with some iced trees there. Music page. Another old door. And then I had to drop this color in there. This beautiful bird cage and that bird. And that is it. Say yay, Linda. The front and the back, I mean, she is really a special girl. And this was Special Collections number 3, 264 pages. Took me forever to show it. I know it did. I really apologize for that. But maybe you can watch it in stages. But she is worth watching. I mean, there's so much in here to enjoy, and so much for anybody that purchased her to enjoy. And I just absolutely love the copper and the blue and the beads and the lace and everything, the way she's made, the way she came together. This was really a fun one to do. I can't do them all like this though, because it takes way too long, and it's just 264 pages. That's a lot of journaling space. So I do appreciate you watching, and I hope that you enjoyed the Special Collections 1, 2, and 3. Like I said, they'll be out at different times, but they'll be the same time that you see my YouTube. They'll be up on Etsy in my shop. And I do hope that you're having a wonderful day, and I am so glad to be getting back. I hope to be back sooner than what it took this last month for me to come back after my 2-month break. But we will, I'm working on it every day. And so you have a good one, and do know that I enjoyed every minute with you today. Bye-bye.